All right, welcome back to the Gym Business Coach Podcast. I'm your host, Timothy Lyons, joined in studio by Randy Angston. What's up, man?
Randall. It's Randall.
Randall.
Angston.
What's your middle name?
William.
William.
Randall William. I know, it sounds so colonial.
William. Mine's James.
TJL or TJL.
Yeah, TJLJ.
I think you might be TJ my phone.
Probably.
Aliases.
You know that. Yep. All right, guys. Big week for us coming up. We are leaving tomorrow morning. We are out of town. We're going to the Iron Circle Experience with Jeff Hoffman and Joey Coleman. So we're going to try to pin those two guys down for an episode while we're there. No promises, but would love to have either one of those guys on the show.
Yeah.
Joey Coleman, you may have heard of him from Never Lose a Customer Again. He's also got a second book called Never Lose an Employee Again, and it's about the 8 stages of the employee journey, just like the customer journey. We had him out at our Iron Circle Experience in Maryland. Was it Maryland? Outer Banks, North Carolina.
Yeah, Outer Banks.
Gino Wickman was at the Maryland one. However, it was a great event. We were able to kind of map out the journey. Very, very cool. And then our second guest speaker is Jeff Hoffman, the founder of Priceline.com, billionaire, self-made. Guy has a Rolodex that would rival Donald Trump and any celebrity. He knows everybody.
Yeah.
Great storyteller. I just talked to him yesterday on the phone. Just a nice person.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Great guy.
Like a kind, nice person. So excited to have him there. Both of these gentlemen were ranked number 1 and 2. I won't tell you the order, but number 1 and 2 best speakers for an encore.
Yeah.
So we brought them both back, and they are super pumped. So we'll have dinner and stuff with those guys in Orlando. So that's this week. So stay tuned for that. I think we're going to do a little vlog maybe on our YouTube channel. Is that right? Awesome. So stay tuned for the festivities, I guess.
Yeah. And if you want, we did do an episode with Joey Coleman in Maryland. In Outer Banks. We did.
North
So,
Carolina,
yeah, if you guys want to, if you search our YouTube, you could probably find, if you just search Joey Coleman on our channel, you'll find the episode with him on never losing a customer again.
Yeah, and one of the biggest takeaways from that little just talk was, every gym's got a marketing budget set aside, but not a retention budget.
Yeah.
And if you paid as much attention to your retention as you did marketing, your business would be in a different place. And I can't argue that. You have some handful of clients, and the longer you've been in business, the people that you have lost triple, quadruple, 10x times the amount of people you still have in your business today. Just imagine if you kept a third of them, 10% of them.
And Joe did a good job. I mean, he broke down some of the math. He had some data around a lot of that and stuff like that. And it was really eye-opening. I mean, you imagine being able to cut your marketing budget, in a third or half, and just be able to retain those clients for a few months longer, a year longer, what it would do for your business.
At scale, the numbers are astronomical.
Big time.
So let's talk about how to give yourself a quick raise.
Yeah.
This is the 99-cent phenomenon. So a while back, Zach was kind of like looking at our numbers, and, for the longest time, I mean, I guess call it 3 years now, we were at $99. $99. Yeah, $99 a week. That's $428.67 a month. And then we had a $129 a week for a different membership. Long story short is what if we added 99 cents to that? What would that do to our gross revenue and essentially our net profit? And when you start looking at the math, it's man, for just 99 cents more a week, you multiply that by 52 weeks a year. That's just under $52. You have 200 members. Wow, that's over $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
$10,000 more a year just by adding 99 cents to the weekly billing cycle. And, for anybody that's doing weekly, this makes sense. This doesn't make so much sense for somebody that's doing a monthly because you're only going to catch 12 payments versus 52. And, nobody cares about 99 cents.
Yeah.
You see it. This is a pricing strategy as old as time, $19.99, right? Or $21.99 or $199.99. You see it in every retail store on the planet, grocery store, everything ends at 99 cents because why? Well, it's 1 cent less. You equate that you disregard it.
Yeah.
You disregard the 99 cents, right? And so we did a price increase, a short one, about a year, 2 years ago, maybe at this point, where we added 99 cents, and and we just basically increased our revenue by, $10,000 a year. What can you do with that extra 10,000? Could you put it into marketing? Can you put it back into your staff? Can you put it back into your facility? Repaint the gym? Add a piece of equipment. Look, guys, everybody it's just hesitant to raise rates. I
Mhm.
get it. We're in the middle of another rate raise right now. Some of our clients are going through rate raises. And I get it because for some reason, the fitness industry is not allowed to raise rates. We are a business just like every other business out there that is allowed to raise rates, i.e., restaurants, grocery stores, and it's just accepted, right?
Yeah.
It's just, oh, the food costs are going up, right? The cost of gas is up. Like it's just accepted. Where the fitness industry, it's always like this. I don't know. We get a lot of flack for it from our clients.
Well, I think there's flack, and I think there's just fear of the flack,
Fear of the
and
flack.
you know what I mean? And so as an owner, some of this goes back to the pandemic and stuff. I mean, that was a big one, right? We talked back then about if you're not raising rates to match your expenses that went up.
During inflationary
Yeah.
periods, yeah.
I mean, everything, vendors, everything that was, that you're, any service that you have that you're paying to, just facilitate,
Mhm.
at the gym, all of them went up about 30%. And if you, as the owner of the gym, didn't raise your rates at least that percentage, you took the hit. Um, it made a lot of sense when it was kind of you had to do it to fill the gap. Your cost of doing business went up, so of course you want to make sure that you're recouping that, and the end consumer unfortunately has to carry that tab. But it's not always just about getting back on top of it. You know what I mean? Uh, business, you continually provide a better result if you're continually educating the team, if you're progressing the business forward in ways and carrying that on to your clients, you should be able to raise
Yeah.
rates. You shouldn't
Yeah.
be afraid of it. We shouldn't have to be afraid of it.
Yeah. Well, most of the people that don't raise rates, they're afraid of Mrs. Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually 1, 2, 5, 10 clients that you're afraid are going to raise a big stink in the gym,
Yeah.
right? And cause ruckus. 99% of the rest of the members, they don't care. They expect it. It's acceptable to
Yeah.
them. They understand every other bill's gone up. Why not this one? So, are you going to be held hostage by a handful of clients? And usually you are. I hear this a lot of times. Well, we're just going to raise rates on new members.
Yep.
Okay. Well, why? Because again, it goes back. You're afraid of Mrs. Johnson and her band of client or friends that are good. And you're gonna lose people.
You
It
gotta.
just
Yeah.
sometimes happens, right? Like you can't be afraid of that. At the end of the day, guys, especially if somebody hasn't raised rates in 3, 4, 5, 7 years, on current members. Answer this question. Are you better today than you were 7 years ago?
Yep.
Are you more valuable as a service provider today than you were 7 years ago? Is the value of that dollar the same as it was 7 years ago? Of course not, right? And of course you're a better service provider. Then all logic says, well, then we actually should be charging more because it's a better product. The dollar's worth less. Every other thing in this business has gone up. I want to pay my coaches more. In order to pay them more, we need more coming in. So therefore, let's raise the rates. So it's acceptable. It's not greedy.
No.
You deserve to make a living. You deserve to pay your coaches more. You deserve to make a profit. So guys, the 99 cent phenomenon, that's just an easy, that'll be fine. You could say, hey guys, we raised 99 cents. Like, you could do that. Instead of doing that, just start off with the 99 cents in your price point and just that's the way you price. But the other side of that is just raise rates in general to what the current market value is.
Yeah. I would one small piece of advice. I would do it like a Q2, Q3, kind of outside your busiest seasons for most gyms, right? Our winter months, January obviously is a big January, February is a big push for new members.
Mhm.
One thing to think about though is, if you do it around the New Year's, around January, around February, a lot of your current clients are getting hit with a lot of the promotions from everyone else.
Yeah.
And so you want to be cautious. You just don't want to encourage them to think elsewhere. And if you get through the next couple of months, it's probably perfect timing for this podcast because we're coming into
March, April.
And in my opinion, that's probably the best time of year if you're going to push a global rate increase to do it then.
Yep. I would agree to that. We've made that mistake in the past.
Yeah, we use that. That's one of the things that we're loud and not so proud about, but that's why we share the inner workings of this gym. We did it in January. It kind of kicked us in the pants a little bit, and we just kind of give everyone else that word of advice.
Yeah. You guys you provide a great product. You're saving lives. You're helping people. You're up early. You're here late. Like, you deserve to make a decent living. You just are. I mean, do not be afraid of it. This is not a starving artist mentality business. You're providing a great service to typically very wealthy and people that would be more than willing to pay a higher price for a better service. Okay? I mean, not to say everybody that goes to gyms wealthy. That's not my point.
Sure.
My point is that they can afford it because they're in your gym right now. They value what you do. Raising 5%, 10%, like at a minimum 3% a year is inflation.
Inflation, sure.
So just by default, that's like the minimum you should be doing. Plus, you're giving your coaches raises every year. Like, literally, unless you're increasing your member count, like globally, every year you're going to make less and less and less money.
Yep.
Like, that's not a good formula. Let's be honest. You won't be around. I mean, at the end of the day, you just won't be able to keep your doors open, and everything's going to be a grind and a struggle, and you're going to hate your business, and that's not what you did this for. So, guys, just, take a hard look at your numbers, make a game plan. If you need help with any of this stuff, link will be in the show notes, guys. We'd love to help you kind of do this price raise, charge what you're worth, don't lose people, and make more money. Like, what the heck's the problem with that, right? So hopefully that helps you guys. Little 99-cent tactic there for you. Until next episode, guys, keep changing lives. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.